I'm a single mom living in northern Spain, and today I'm going to show you exactly how much it costs for us to live here. Let's talk numbers because your actions become clearer once you put the math to it. No hype, no fantasy, just real life. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Retro Afro Abroad. I'm a single Black mom raising my tween son in northern Spain. After leaving the Midwest United States to build a quieter, more intentional life. One of the biggest questions I get asked is, how much does it cost? Can a single mom really make it and live well in Spain? So today, I'm breaking down what it actually costs for me and my son to live in northern Spain. Food, bills, rent, school, everything. Let's dive in. And if you're someone who is curious about leaving the United States, living abroad, or just doing something that most people are afraid of doing, this channel is for you. Go ahead and subscribe. So housing is the biggest place where my bills come in, housing and school. So let me start with housing. I live in about a 1,000 square foot apartment in northern Spain. And in the United States, in the Midwest, I lived in the burbs in a bigger house. I pay around $800 a month to live in this space, which is, to be honest, bigger than what just me and my son need. But I also need a home office because I work partially remote here. So my apartment costs a lot less than what I would get in the Midwest United States. And the quality of life here is also high. There's no doorman, it's not luxury. It does have a pool. It does have a little gym that opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. But it's safe, it's peaceful, it's walkable. It's definitely safe to walk around at night. I love being able to send my son out to play in the park 2 blocks away without worrying. I could send him to the grocery store to get things for me. I was not worried. And for me as a single mom, that peace is priceless. We're close to schools, cafes, parks, mostly everything we need. I don't necessarily need a car. I have a car, but I don't need a car to get anywhere. There's a nice bus that is right across the corner that comes around every 20 minutes. So I can get to the center if I want. And that alone removed an amount of stress that I did not know I was carrying in the United States. Now going into groceries. Groceries are definitely cheaper here, but also remember that the salary is also cheaper in Spain as well. I took a huge pay cut coming here. So for me, everything pretty much evened out. But for the local Spanish, it's about the same if you don't factor in the high unemployment rate for the younger generation. It's pretty high here. It's about 10%. So we tell everyone, come with your job or create one when you're here. But it is very unlikely that coming here, you will find a job in Spain. So let's talk groceries. So here, groceries are pretty cheap. And there's a culture here, and I'll talk about it in my shopping video, where there isn't an idea of bulk buying or accumulation. You just buy what you need. Usually people walk to the grocery store on their way back from work, buy what they're cooking for dinner, cook it, and rinse, repeat every day. So I buy what I need. The packaging isn't tempting me to buy more. And here, the food quality here is a lot higher. The produce tastes like it's supposed to. The bread will get stale and grow mold in 4 days, and my grocery bills don't feel like punishment. In the United States, I was probably doing about 100, 150 every week, and that was just me and my son. And we left before inflation just went crazy. Here, I'm doing about 50 if I'm being frugal. I have a soft spot for the salmon here because it's fresh. And so I tend to go more for 70 a week. Another thing here is that eating out isn't a big deal. It's actually a part of life here. I've been told you're more likely to be invited to coffee than you are to be invited to a person's home just because there's a big cafe life here as well. So here, if I'm going out for coffee or for wine with a friend and maybe a little snack, I'm probably spending 5 to 7 euros. If I'm going to eat a real meal, dinner, I can get 10 to 15 euros. If I'm going somewhere really nice and fancy, maybe 25, 30. The restaurants here are really family friendly. I love how a lot of the restaurants have a little play area at the back because they expect you to come here with kids. They expect you to come with your family. Now, let's talk about school costs because here is where my budget gets really real. So my tween attends a bilingual school that happens to be private, where most kids are Spanish and they're all trying to learn English for EU relevancy. So while it's bilingual, the culture is very Spanish in the school. He takes the school bus that picks up kids all over the city to the school that's a little bit in the burbs, which is a great way for him to make friends, although he does feel a little bit isolated. The tuition does take a huge chunk of my salary, mostly all of it, but the experience I think is valuable. It is going from anywhere from 600 to 1,000 a month. So that is very significant. I knew that that was part of the investment I was going to make traveling abroad because he was at an age where he needed a bilingual stepping stool before going into the public schools. And the uniforms are a little bit expensive. I was spending 200, 300 euros every new school year to get the new uniforms and the sports clothes and things like that. So this is not the Spain is so cheap part of my story. School is the biggest expense, and I am accepting that. The last thing is transportation. I don't need a car here because the bus systems are very good. It's really walkable. When my mom came, who has osteoporosis, she loved that she could walk around without being afraid because every block there is a bench for people to sit down. So she could go as far as she wanted, an hour, 2 hours, and not be afraid that she's stuck because she could sit and then when she's ready, continue walking and things like that. So it's very walkable and it's also very sittable. It's a healthier lifestyle. I definitely lost a few pounds when I got here because I just walk more, I eat cleaner. I forgot to talk about health insurance. I have both public and private health insurance because of my visa type. For the private health insurance, I pay about 45 to 50 euros a month with my company. And I have not had to have any copay for anything except for private blood tests. Maybe those cost me 80 euros. And that was all. Another expensive thing I had was my son developed flat feet for a while, and I paid 100 euros to get custom orthodontic insoles for him. I will make another video about this, but for budgeting purposes, I wanted you to have this amount, about 50, maybe a family of four. I've seen about 150 from the people around for private insurance. The insurance is way more affordable for me, even with my car that I do have. So I feel life here is designed for people to live in, and the roads are shared with the people. So is Spain cheap? No, even northern Spain, which to me is similar to the Midwest in terms of affordability. I'm not in a big city. I am making compromises and spending significantly on things like schooling. I'm choosing to make choices that will prioritize peace and happiness. And that's working out for me here. I'm trying to show how it's possible to build a fulfilling life as a single mom alone in a new country, and that it is possible. It's not always perfectly smooth sailing, but it is possible. So if you're considering a move like mine, don't let fear hold you back. You have the numbers now. You can make decisions, whether it's here, Portugal, Asia, other places that are more affordable, but it is possible. There is more out there. If you're watching my video, this might be a sign that you can explore the idea. If this video helped you, please share, like, and subscribe for more tips and ideas on moving to a new country and trying new things. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.